Welcome to Contemplations with the Body. My name is Deanna Lynn. In this series, I am taking my 15 years of knowledge and experience with health, wellness, and the body, and I'm pairing it with my contemplative journey in the gene keys and human design. Each transit, I will share my contemplations to help you become a detective of your body to discover what your soul's trying to align you to. Our reality is a mere reflection of what we hold in our physical body. It's like stepping into your body when you leave the house every day. So every day you get to become a detective of your body. Are you ready to discover what your body is showing you in your reality and what your reality is showing you that you still hold in your physical body? In Transit 38, the frequencies go from struggle to perseverance to honor. And it's connected to the body through the adrenal glands and the amino acid arginine. Our adrenals are controlled by our endocrine system. And so when we're in fear, when we're stressed, when we're in fight, flight, or freeze, it releases cortisol to let our body know that we are in danger. And if we're to look at this from a human design perspective, the 38 actually sits in your root center. And when the adrenals release cortisol, it actually triggers your psoas muscle, your hip flexors, to engage and contract to protect you. What the heck is arginine, this amino acid that is the foundation of the 38? Well, first of all, it's a non-essential amino acid, which means that the body can actually create it on its own. It doesn't need you to consume food or take supplements to get the arginine. But here's the thing. Arginine helps the blood vessels to relax and improve our circulation. And so when our circulation is improved, that's going to calm the nervous system because the body is just relaxed and it's in that parasympathetic nervous system. And if we're not in that space, we're sitting in the shadow frequency and your body actually can't create these amino acids when you're sitting in the shadow. So then technically, you do need to supplement with it. So supplementing with this looks like eating fish, nuts and seeds, and dairy, or you can take a supplement. But before doing any of that, obviously do your research, talk to your healthcare practitioner to see if it is right for you. This transit of 38 can really create this biofeedback loop of struggle through creating the fears in your mind, is then tightening up your hip flexors and releasing the cortisol. And then a lot of times when we're in fear, we either freeze, we fight, or we flee. And so a lot of that will cause you to stop moving, which is going to keep you having this chronic tightness in your hip, which is going to continually keep releasing this cortisol. So it's going to keep you in this loop. So when we look at the nervous system, we can actually see the shadow patterns coming out. So we have the repressive nature, which is defeatism, which is your freeze or your flight mode. And then we have the reactive nature, which is aggression, which is the fight mode. So what is your tendency when you're in struggle? Which avenue do you go to? And then how does that show up in your physical body? And what do you do about it? Do you just freeze and not do anything about it and not move? Or do you try to fight and push too hard? And then if you're pushing so hard and fighting so hard, are you burning out your adrenals even more so and creating more stress in your body? So what can you do about this? Well, it's about aligning to the higher frequencies now. And you can actually do that through the physical body. It's about persevering to have that empowerment over your physical body, to have that control over your nervous system, bringing the body back into the parasympathetic system, not over expending your energy when you don't have it, listening to your body, persevering for that health and wellness. Tip 1 is to align your hips. As you align your hips, you are aligning your root center, your support center, and your physical reality is going to start mirroring back to you that you are supported. When our hips are too much in flexion and they're in chronic tension, our glutes actually turn off. They become completely inactive. And so a tip that you can try is when you're standing to have your glutes engaged just a little bit. So just squeeze your butt and pull your core in. So we want to be holding some tension internally as well as from behind to support our hips. If you just try this out, when you squeeze your glutes, your hips will extend and they will become in alignment. Okay, tip number 2, to relax and to lengthen your hip flexor, your psoas muscle, which you can do that through stretching out your hip flexors. You can do that by rolling out your hip flexors. You can get cupping done. You can get massage done. You can even strengthen your glute muscles so that they're pulling the hips into alignment even more so, to counterbalance the stretching that you're doing and the relaxing of your hip flexors. Okay, tip number 3 is to calm your nervous system, which you can do that through supplementation and you can do it through breath work. Those are my 2 favorite ones to do. So through breath work, you can really focus on the exhale being longer than the inhale, and just consciously breathing, just watching your breath and just seeing the patterns with it. You're going to learn a lot from your breath, but calming the nervous system through your breath work. And then the second thing, through supplementation. So whatever supplements are going to calm your nervous system. I personally like to use chelated magnesium to calm my nervous system. Tip number 4, take care of your energy. I want you to think of this analogy. Think of your energy as your bank account. So we have what's called postnatal chi and prenatal chi. Postnatal chi is the energy that we create through the food that we eat and the things that we do. Prenatal chi is energy and vitality that you are born with. So if we think of the postnatal chi as money in your bank account, once you spend all of the money that you have in your bank account, you end up having to step into credit if you continue spending money. Energy is exactly the same way. If you expend all your energy, then we're stepping into the prenatal chi. And once you're in that space, it is really, really hard to replenish that. It is really hard to create postnatal chi from that space because you need to pay off your credit that you've spent before you can put any money into your bank account. Energy works exactly the same way. So as you are working through this transit, really focusing on, do I have the energy to expend towards this or not? Is this lighting my soul up? If the answer is no, then don't do the thing. Keep the energy stores inside of you until you're able to replenish yourself, and then you have extra things to spend. And focusing on things that don't take your energy, like things that you absolutely love and they do refuel you. Do more of those things to replenish your prenatal chi, and then eventually you'll have lots of postnatal chi to live off of. Thank you for joining me on the journey of contemplating with your body. I would love to hear what comes up for you as you tune into the transit and your body. Feel free to share it with me. You can email me at deanna@deannalynn.ca, sending you lots of high vibes on your journey within.